I am simply at a loss for words. I mean, I thought this was possible, but now that Apple actually did it, oh my god. I have been frantically researching and playing with the Apple Store page and watching YouTubers' videos on the Mac Pro and Pro Display launch. Obviously, a bunch of people got it in advance. Clearly not me, because I simply do not deserve one. But I was not joking when I told you this was going to be Apple's most expensive product ever, and maxed out depending on what you consider maxed out. I don't count software installations. If you're spending $50,000 on a Mac Pro, you probably already have Final Cut, but if you just max out all the hardware, you are well over $52,000 before tax. And don't worry, we're getting into all the specifics today, so let's begin. So, I was really excited for this launch, not because I'm interested in buying this product. Oh god, no. Not ever, probably, and at least not the maxed out configuration. Who knows? Maybe in a couple of years I'll get something slightly higher tiered, but I still doubt that. The 16-inch MacBook Pro seems to be a way better deal in so many ways, but there's a lot of things they still haven't changed. So the 256 gigs of storage on that $6,000 model has not changed. The price of that stand, $1,000. Nope, Apple's sticking by that. Of course, Pro Display starts at $5,000. If you want that nano texture matte finish glass, that's an extra $1,000, and you can choose to ship it with a VESA mount adapter for an extra $200. What's interesting is you can choose to have neither, which I find bizarre. At checkout, you can say, no, I don't want a Pro stand or a VESA mount. I'ma just prop this thing up against a wall, which I find a little bit bizarre. At least it does come with a Thunderbolt 3 cable. It would be very traditional Apple fashion to sell a monitor that big and not even include a connector cable for it, but they do. And before, with the trash can Mac Pros, they did not include a keyboard and mouse or even an HDMI cable, but on the new Mac Pro, across all models, you do get a keyboard and mouse that are a custom finish. You have silver aluminum with black tops for the trackpad, the mouse, and the keys on that keyboard. Kind of neat. It appears that you can't buy those separately, so I guess that's some of your flexing capabilities for when you spend that much on a computer. And you know how you could get an 8TB 16-inch MacBook Pro like a month ago? Like, you can get that right now. Still, that's still available for everyone. Well, the 8TB version for the Mac Pro is still not even available yet. It's probably because it's built in the US, honestly, but I still find it insane that for a $52,000 computer, you're still getting 4 terabytes of storage. Just 4. 8 terabytes, we're not ready for that yet. Also, not all the GPU options are available yet either. They say coming soon on the checkout page. The other crazy thing is even the maxed out model, for the most part, if you order right now, you can get one by the 18th, which is just about a week away. But as soon as you configure the wheels, we'll get into that in a second, once you add the wheels to the Mac Pro, the ship time suddenly jumps till the end of January, well into February. So Apple's gonna sell these wheels, but they're gonna take almost another 2 months before the wheels are ready. But that must be because they're very important. The Mac Pro wheels cost an additional $400. Yes, that means $100 per wheel, which I guess if you're spending this kind of money on a computer, it's probably not that much. But now, of course, there's lots of different configurations you can choose from, but I obviously just want to focus on the maxed out model and the lowest end model. We talked about the specs in the past. They're insane. This thing is going to be a workhorse, and based on the unit that Mark has got in his video, he's seeing performance with export times be about twice as fast as his 18-core iMac Pro. So he doesn't even have the maxed out version quite yet, but in regards to performance, you should expect gargantuan improvement, I guess, if you care about that sort of thing. Whether or not this is worth it, that's gonna come down to your use case, but boy, do you get a lot of Thunderbolt 3 ports with the Mac Pro. When you get those 2 GPUs, you have like over 8 different Thunderbolt 3 ports, and of course you can lift the top off and access everything inside. It's cool that YouTubers got them early and get to test them out. I'm not getting them. I'm sorry. Even the Apple sheep has his limits, okay? And in this department, I would much rather have like several different configurations of a Tesla. Just go over to the Tesla website really quick and see what you can get for a Model 3 with $52,000. You can get a nice car. You can get like long range with that red option as well. And that thing has wheels included, plus a display is thrown in, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, the launch of this thing is absolutely gonna go down in Apple's history. Most expensive product ever, and I'm sure once that 8TB option comes out and the additional GPU options come out, this thing's gonna be even more than $52,000. We're not even seeing the truly maxed out version yet. 1.5TB of RAM? Nah, that's just not gonna cut it. And Apple's Afterburner card, which I guess no one else has ever had access to, Apple's putting a value of that thing at $2,000. So it must be pretty good and pretty impressive, but I cannot wait to see some of the results for the maxed out Mac Pros in write speed and export times and that kind of thing. You know, 4 minutes of exporting a pretty high resolution video is pretty fast, but for $52,000, I mean, you could just pay someone else to edit the videos while you do whatever you want. I don't know. Let me know if any of you out there are actually ordering this thing. I'm very curious, and boy, do I feel bad for Goldman Sachs. Just today, they announced that the Apple Card is offering 6% cash back. Oh my god, can you imagine how much cash back that is for the maxed out Mac Pro? I guess a lot of Apple Cards probably can't even fit that. I think the biggest credit limit I've seen is like $40,000, so that sucks. I bet banks are gonna be very confused today. You're buying what right now? Oh god, this is your Apple Sheep here, and I'm just done for today. Oh god.